What's going on YouTube? Blvd TV back in another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the DJI Pocket 3 versus the Insta360 Link. So in this comparison video, this isn't like a standard comparison that you would probably expect when trying to buy two different cameras, because they have two totally different use cases. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is because once I got this camera, the Insta360 Link, I said, man, this quality is so good. I wish that Insta360 would make a camera just as good with the same lens, because I like that this camera is able to focus on me and blur the background out, creating that bokeh effect, which is the cinema effect. And it's such a small camera. So Insta360, being they're an action camera company, and I purchased almost all of their 360 cameras. I have a bunch of 360 cameras. I have their action cameras. I have other 360 cameras from GoPro. I have all these different action cameras, and none of them produce an image quality like the Insta360 Link, because they're all continuous focus cameras with everything in focus, fisheye, wide angle, action camera, the action camera look. So after the Pocket 3 release, I watched some reviews on it, and sure enough, this was the camera I was looking for. I was looking for a camera that can produce the same image quality as the Insta360 Link, because I like this so much. And it's a small size form factor camera. It may not be an action camera, but that's fine, because this camera will be used twofold for me. I have a video production company, and I've been looking for a B camera that's small, that I actually get away with getting some B-roll and establishing shots that's on a gimbal, opposed to me setting up a gimbal, because I don't like gimbals. I don't like setting them up. I'm a handheld shooter. I have heavy rigs that can't even fit on the gimbal. So after seeing the DJI release their camera, I'm like, yo, this is the perfect camera for me, because one, it can be a B cam for me to get some moving shots and some establishing shots without having to gimbal up my rig or take apart my rig or have to walk around with a heavy gimbal. And then two, it doubles as a camera that I can actually take with me when I do my travels. And I'm not a blogger, but I do like to create cool little videos where I go places. And number three, it's like a travel webcam. I do a lot of traveling, and I take my laptop with me, and I still have to do a lot of Zoom meetings and take different meetings. So now I can actually bring this camera and use that as my webcam and get the same look as my Insta360 Link. Now, in this video, I want to do a comparison to see the image quality between both. On my screen, as I'm recording this and have been recording this, I have up OBS, where I have the DJI video feed coming through, and on the Insta360 it comes with its own program, so I have that up so that I can actually see side by side both cameras. So I'm just going to give you my observation. Again, this isn't a super technical thing. I just personally like the image quality that was coming out 360 Link, and I wanted a camera handheld that I can take with me on the go, and the DJI Pocket 3 does that for me. Now, from my comparison, off the rip, the Insta360 is very saturated. I just left all the settings on auto to start so that I could just compare them auto. The Insta360 was so saturated that I actually wound up taking it off of auto and just tweaking it so that I can get it to match the DJI. The DJI color profile is a lot more flat. It was flatter than the Insta360, so I wanted to bring them close in color. I brought the contrast and saturation down, and I brought the sharpness down a little bit so that it can match the Osmo. And this was as close as I can get them, as you can see now. And honestly, off the rip, the biggest difference that I see is if you look at my on air, you can see that the blue is like more purple and a little more saturated when it comes to that light. But that there is, actually looking at it in real life, both colors are off. So this is more like a super dark blue, while this is a light blue, while this blue is actually more like in the middle when I'm looking at it from my eyes. But you can just see the difference in how that neon sign looks. The yellows, Okay, the yellows is, you know, once I put the saturation, you know, like I said, I got them to match close. And I also digitally zoomed in a little bit on the Pocket. You know, I think if you digital zoom, you start to lose some quality, but I don't think it lost enough quality where it will affect the video. So another thing I wanted to test was like the focus. Like let's see, so like, see how it focuses on my hand. Which one is faster? Which one is smoother? I don't know. You could be the judge. Let's bring my hand back some. The Insta360 looks. The move my mic. Move my big back. The Insta360 looks like it jitters a little bit more. I think it's not as smooth. Maybe they both jitter some, so either way, that's a test on the focus pull. Let's see a little closer. Let's see the details. Which is more detail. I know I took some of the sharpening down on the Insta360. It wasn't a lot, just trying to get it to match, but let's see. Yep, and this. Let's see the match in the beard. Oh, yeah, so this is the comparison. I'm not sure how many people out there purchased the Insta360 Link and loved the image quality like I did and wanted an action camera or a small handheld camera that can produce the same quality. If you did, or if you didn't even think of it or consider it, this is the video I did. So let me know what y'all think of the comparison between these two cameras. I mean, like I said, the specs on them. One thing I would like to note is that the Insta360 Link is a 1.8 f-stop of 1.8, while the Osmo Pocket 3 is a 2.0. To me, both look the same. They both, to me, producing the same quality. Like, I wouldn't be mad if I had to choose between the both. Oh, you know what? Let me show you, before I go, let me show you how the colors looked on auto when I meant how oversaturated it was when I mentioned that. These are both settings come out of the box on auto. So Insta360 is more saturated and more contrasty, while the DJI is less saturated and less contrasty. Now, hey, whatever you like or whatever you prefer, you know, you can tweak the settings on both cameras. So, you know, you can always dial in to the look and feel you're going to. So that's the end for this video. If you found the video helpful, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel out. I'll see you in the next one.